and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. This week, our show features Braunvieh cattle, and we're going to bring you a set of stories where we'll see these cattle at work in various operations in Texas, Arkansas, and up into Nebraska. Braunvieh continue to demonstrate that they are a remarkably versatile and hardy breed with proven ability to deliver fertility, longevity, and efficiency. On today's program, we're going to look particularly at the ability of these cattle to get stockmen off to a good start in the pasture. Braunvieh excel in commercial programs and have a track record for both grading and yielding well at finish. But we all know that it begins at the cow-calf stage. We'll meet and visit with a number of stockmen that raise and know these cattle and get their thoughts on this breed as well. We've got a good show for you today. We're glad you joined us, so stay tuned. We'll be back with our Braunvieh stories. Welcome back to The American Rancher. Braunvieh cattle have been recognized for a number of positive traits on both the maternal and carcass sides of beef production. Stockmen from all parts of the nation are seeing the exceptional values brought by this breed. The work of American ranchers and cattlemen continues to excel with almost every calf crop. Beef production has steadily evolved into a remarkable industry where hard work and old-fashioned cow sense has joined hands with science to achieve substantial improvement and gain. Today we're going to bring you a collection of stories where Braunvieh cattle are playing a decisive role among some diverse operations. In each case, we see that this breed is cutting a path into the future based on its ability to deliver what commercial cattlemen need. It all starts in the pasture. She's adaptable and has fertility and longevity. She has a sound udder and bountiful milk. She is efficient, raising more pounds on less resources. She is a Braunvieh mama cow. Her mission is to convert the grass under her feet to more pounds on that calf by her side. Braunvieh are a moderate-framed, highly adaptable beef breed known for being able to both muscle and marble, as well as deliver maternal and carcass traits in the same package. They bring commercial cattlemen sustained positive impact in key bottom line ways.
Actually, I like the Braunvieh cows, especially the ones that we got crosses and stuff. I think our calves have been well raised by them. Nice weaning weights on them. Bulls, they're out there, they're working, putting calves on the ground.
The LX Ranch is a classic century-aged fifth-generation operation just north of Amarillo, Texas. It is a handsomely rugged landscape of range, bluffs, and breaks fit for raising beef cattle. The ranch history dates back to the 1870s. Today, the LX comprises some 70,000 acres and is owned and operated by Miles Childers, T.J. Reeves, and heirs of the Bivens family.
It depends on the market. Usually we like to feed some, we'll sell some. You get about 2 or 3 different times in the calf's lives to sell them, and when we think we can get the best opportunity, we take advantage of it.
Dave Anderson has managed the LX Ranch for close to 40 years. Currently, the program runs about 1,000 cow-calf pairs among spring and fall calving herds. The cow herd base is Angus and Angus Cross, with increasing Braunvieh influence.
We were introduced to them through a feedlot manager where we fed cattle and gave them a try. We bought 4 or 5 bulls that first year, and their calves that we were really pleased with the way that they performed and here on the ranch and in the feed yard. And so we continued to keep buying more Braunvieh bulls, and in 2, then now we're using some heifers to go into our cow herd, and they're pretty good, and then we'll cross them back on Angus bulls.
In the pasture, in the feedlot, and on the rail, Braunvieh perform efficiently at each stage. The breed is documented continually as an excellent choice in commercial cow-calf operations. When combined with an Angus or English-based program, Braunvieh influence brings milk, bone, muscle, advanced maturity, and fertility.
We breed all of our cows on a 90-day cycle, and about 70 or 75% will calve in the first 45 days. With the Braunviehs, I don't know that we've ever pulled a calf.
They do calve easy, range well, and they do grow well. And the meat grades out very well on them too.
Braunvieh genetics are playing a key role in the LX operation. They are merging very well with the Angus and Angus cross cow herd there and are delivering replacement females as well as market calves.
The ideal cow is an Angus cow and breed to a Braunvieh bull and get half Braunvieh, half Angus cow.
They're good mother cows. I think our cow herd has definitely improved with the Braunvieh blood influence, and I'm looking forward to keeping that bloodline in our rotation.
Tony Dean is a commercial cattleman that ranches south of Wichita Falls, Texas, and was in the market for a bull when his son Dustin first told him of Braunvieh cattle on test at the Navasota Research Station. Tony had never heard of Braunvieh, but decided to give them a try once he saw them in person.
We really kind of had a special need situation for a bull with these cows. They produce good calves, but because of the variation in genetics in the cows, we were getting really more variation than I wanted in the calves. And so we were shopping for a bull that could get on this little group and kind of take the inconsistency out and make our calf crop a little more of a consistent and appealing crop.
In addition to being an aggressive breeder, Tony likes particularly how his Braunvieh bull brings uniformity to his calf crop.
He's not a large frame bull, which is fine with me. We've experienced a little bit of calving problem with some other bulls on these cows. I've had none with him, so I like that. But he is an aggressive little bull, and bought him when he was 17 months old and put him out on this set of cows by himself when he was 19 months old. And he must have gone right to work, because when the calf started hitting the ground in the spring, he had 24 out of 29 on the ground in 3 weeks and a day. So he really went to work. He was aggressive in his breeding, had no problem in calving. We sold that set of calves and at 8 months, and the steers weighed 660 and the heifers weighed 645, and that was with no backgrounding or nothing. That was right off the mamas and taken to the sale. So we thought that was all the performance that we could ask for out of a bull like that. What I really liked the most about it was they were very consistent calves. They looked good. When they were born, they were virtually clones of each other, so he really did a good job of straightening out the variation in genetics in the cows for us.
Braunvieh's ability to add muscle and marbling while holding the line on exterior fat boasts quality while keeping yield grade in check. English cow herds who use English bulls can improve their calf crop about 1 full yield grade while maintaining their quality grade by simply switching to Braunvieh bulls. About an hour north of Little Rock, Arkansas, and outside the community of Searcy, in some gorgeous hills that rest at the edge of the Ozarks, Chris and Nisha Smith, along with their energetic young Jalen, run a 500-head cow-calf operations.
We try to run kind of a Brangus type mama cow, half of them that calve March, April, May, and the other half September, October, November. Yeah, you want the bone structure that these Braunviehs have to get around up here for sure. They stay real busy and they hold up good when you pull them out.
Chris and Nisha were introduced to Braunvieh through family, and it all started rolling from there.
Well, my grandpa, he raised cattle all his life, but he was Brangus, and he was very high on black cattle. And then my dad, he got into the Braunvieh breed. He did a lot of research. So he purchased a farm and got him some cows, and he had that for a few years, but then when they had a drought about 7, 8 years ago, that's when he decided that he needed to sell out totally. So he brought what he had. He brought it up here to Arkansas, and we tried out the Braunvieh breed, and we really like their calves. So we got us a good set of bulls now.
And we've got some bulls that's 7 and 8 year olds. We test them before we put them out, and they're still sound, so we're still using them. Really good cross. The Braunvieh bull on a Brangus cow's probably my favorite. Just really easy to handle.
We had a recent shipment to West Plains, and apparently they knew about Braunvieh, and we told them, you know, half Braunvieh, half Brangus, commercial cattle, and they just said that it was awesome, so they were really pleased with that.
On our heifers that we've kept, the last 2 years we've had 100% calf crop on the 2 sets of heifers. So very, very, very fertile. Really good milkers, and they just make really, really good mama cows. You cross them with anything, and you're just going to get a good result.
Young Jalen Smith is very excited about Braunvieh and the cattle business. She openly says that she wants to be a cattle buyer when she grows up, and helps Chris manage the cattle, and likes to bid at the livestock auction when given the chance. She has shown cattle at Springfield, Missouri, and stole the show with her Route 66 diner waitress outfit alongside her costume show heifer.
Abby, she's a really good calf, and when I showed her, she did really good with me, like in the costume contest at Missouri, and I dressed her up as a hamburger because the theme was Route 66, so I put Route 66 on there and did Jalen's Diner on both sides. I was dressed up as a diner girl.
From the big ranch country of the Texas Panhandle to the rolling hills of Arkansas, Braunvieh genetics are bringing producers fertility and vigor that brings sustainability to the operations. There's more Braunvieh stories ahead when we come back. You're watching The American Rancher. Don't go away. Welcome back to The American Rancher and our Braunvieh Stories episode. These cattle bring traits that can anchor or complement so many of what today's beef producers need, particularly where it all starts, the cow and calf in the pasture. In our next segment, we travel north to Nebraska to meet a pair of cattlemen who know the breed and its origin to the USA very closely. Here's more on our Braunvieh Stories. Kendall Schlake and Blaine Richards raise cattle about the vicinity of Beatrice, Nebraska, and have a very close relationship with Braunvieh cattle, as these men are the sons-in-law of Harlan Duskett, who imported the first Braunvieh into the U.S. and founded what was the famed Golden Link herd.
My father-in-law, Harlan Duskett, with Golden Link Braunvieh, imported the first Braunvieh back in 1984. Harlan brought in 3 bulls and a cow. The following year, he imported another 4 cows and 9 bulls. We displayed the first Braunvieh cattle in Denver, I believe, in January of 1985. Commercial cattlemen are attracted to the thickness and capacity that the cattle present.
Braunvieh cattle, we've had them I'd say 15 years or so. We use Braunvieh cattle because of my father-in-law and my brother-in-law, that I seen results. Didn't dive into it wholeheartedly at first, but after I seen what they could do on Angus cows of any type, then I was convinced, and then we went whole hog into mostly Braunvieh cattle.
The original use for the Braunvieh cattle were to develop a female base, and so that you can breed them to anything. They have excellent fertility, excellent udders, and they develop all those things in a moderate package. And in this day and age, that's what folks are looking for, a moderate-sized cow that breeds back, that milks well, that raises a big calf. The carcass quality came along as just an added value to the Braunvieh.
My father, Harlan, went to Switzerland to investigate the Simmental breed a little bit more. When he did that, he was brought to the higher altitude in Switzerland, and at that time, then he seen a different breed of cattle, which he learned at that time that it was a Braunvieh breed. They took the higher altitudes and Simmentals were the lower altitude. He was so impressed by seeing them as he was taking on this tour that he thought this is possible that Simmentals might need a cross. So maybe the Braunviehes would make a good cross. So when he went back later, years later, then he decided that's what I'm going to do. So then he exported the Braunvieh breed at that time. I think the first thing was the maternal looking cow, that she was not as big as what the Simmental was, and he wanted to downsize the Simmentals. If you downsize, then the breedability of the animal is much higher.
Herd fertility is the most important profit trait, at least 5 times more economically important than the growth traits for herd profitability. Braunvieh excel in maternal function, delivering fertility and longevity, udder quality, fleshing ability, disposition, feet and legs, plus hybrid figure and systematic crossbreeding programs.
You can use that Braunvieh cross female and breed to any animal of your choice. You can go any direction that you prefer with your half-blood base.
Blaine and Rachel raise commercial calves and use Braunvieh bulls and females in a crossbred program with Angus. Blaine openly states that there is hardly anything else a commercial cattleman could want come weaning time.
These are mostly Angus cows with half-blood calves, and then there is a percentage of Braunvieh-looking Braunvieh cattle with Braunvieh calves at their side. So this is all a Braunvieh-sired pasture. They put meat and thickness to them and gainability and ease of fleshing when we kept the heifers back. I'd say we average probably 80 to 85 pounds at birth, and we have very few calving problems. We've got cows out there that are anywhere from 10 to 13 years of age. The proof is in the pudding today when you've seen calves like this on black cows.
When I think about what Braunvieh can do for a producer today, is if you're looking for something that will produce quality, half-blood commercial females, your Braunvieh bull will provide you with a genetic base second to none. The half-blood Braunvieh female will provide you the factory to produce the endpoint animal that you're looking for, whether you put them on a Charolais animal or an Angus. The Braunvieh animal will provide that genetic base in any commercial operation.
The Braunvieh influenced female is just a wonderful package of mothering ability, efficiency, and longevity. She will keep her place in the cow herd, raise robust market calves, and bring you replacements you'll really come to like. Jimmy Jack Biffle is a long-standing cattleman from Munster, Texas, who has operated on a large scale as a cow-calf producer in Texas and Mexico, and has fed out cattle in Nebraska, where he has feedlot holdings. He has used Braunvieh for many years. As a cattle producer at the cow-calf stage all the way to the feedlot, Jimmy Jack has known for many years that Braunvieh flat out work at every stage.
Oh, they turn the flip in the yard. They're good. They're good. A lot of those calves coming out of the yard to half and half will keep for cows. That's the best mama cow you'll have. They give lots more milk, lots richer milk, and they're just like a milk cow, and they'll have an udder on them just like that. And the longevity on them is what's so good. They'll sit there and kick out a calf every year. That's a heavier calf because that's where the milk comes, and that's where it comes from. They're bigger boned, and the carcass grade is unreal on them.
Braunvieh calves give cattlemen placement options that work. They fit natural programs very well, putting on muscle and not external fat, even without implants. Now retired, Mr. Biffle says he's learned some things about the beef business over the years. He matter-of-factly advises that there are 2 things in life that will always take care of themselves.
A packer buyer and a mesquite tree will take care of themselves.
You got to keep an eye on them packers.
It doesn't help. You can't watch them close enough.
You can't win that fight.
No, and I'm kidding about them. Some of my best friends are packers. And I have one lady who is a lady packer buyer for Excel. And she right now has every head in my feedlot contracted, every head in the whole feedlot.
Braunvieh put it all together: maternal, muscling, marbling, and performance. This is the breed to lead the beef industry into the future.
Today's Braunvieh, we've moderated the birth weights, kept the cow size, developed some polled lines, developed some black lines. So there's many opportunities to go any way a person wants to.
These are good cattle. Braunvieh will help your program immensely.
They're good mother cows. I think our cow herd has definitely improved with the Braunvieh blood influence.
Both sides, the cow and the bull, are just hard to beat.
We'd like to thank all of our guests for a great show. The Braunvieh Association of America is a growing group of quality beef producers that continue to develop a very commercially and economically viable breed that delivers both maternal and carcass punch in one package for today's rancher. For more information, log on to braunvieh.org. That's all the time we have today. To find out more about us, we invite you to look at our website, theamericanrancher.com, or check us out on Facebook. I'm Pam Minnick. For the American Rancher team, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.